A missing tech student is safe following a 2-week search. We have the latest on the story coming up.
Thanksgiving is only 3 days away and students are packing their bags and getting ready to head home. Find out how the Tech campus is getting students in the holiday mood before they hit the road next.
And the Red Raider football team sealed their postseason fate on Saturday. We'll have a look back at the game and a preview of the regular season finale in sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Carley Banks.
And I'm Nick Hay. Last week we brought you the story of Jeffrey Hargrove, a Tech student who went missing after a Texas Tech versus Texas football game on November 5th. After 2 weeks of searching, he is no longer listed as a missing person.
That's right, Nick. Hargrove is now safely back home with his family in Florida. On Friday, the Lubbock Police Department released the following statement. At approximately 2 a.m. in the Depot District, Hargrove made contact with an officer asking for his personal belongings. He informed the investigators he did not realize he was listed as missing. Mr. Hargrove was in good physical health and made contact with his mother. He told investigators he would be traveling home to Florida at some point today. Jeffrey Hargrove made local and regional headlines after his family reported him missing earlier this month. He had checked into the Overton Hotel following the football game, but his cell phone, wallet, and room key were later found in his room. LPD originally listed Hargrove as an endangered missing person, but police downgraded his condition last Wednesday, stating that he was no longer believed to be in danger. Prior to his discovery on Friday, Hargrove had last been seen leaving the Overton Hotel alone after informing his mother that he was going to get something to eat. At this time, police have not released any further details regarding Hargrove's location or actions between November 5th and November 18th. Hargrove returned to Florida over the weekend, but he's still listed as a senior business student at Tech, with a planned graduation in December.
One of Tech's most well-known programs is moving closer to completing a search for their next dean. The Rawls College of Business Dean Search Committee has selected 4 finalists for the position. 2 of those finalists recently made stops by the Tech campus to address and meet members of the Tech community. Dr. Craig Van Slyke and Dr. Robert Dooley traveled to Lubbock to formally interview for the position of dean. Slyke made his visit on Friday and Dooley was on campus today. Both men addressed students, faculty, staff, and alumni during a 1-hour vision presentation for the college. The presentations were followed up receptions at the Rawls College, giving members of the Tech community a chance to meet the candidates personally. The remaining 2 candidates will visit the campus on December 1st and 2nd and December 8th and 9th. Candidate information and scheduling details will be announced within 48 to 72 hours of their visit. The College of Business has been searching for a new dean since the resignation of former Dean Lance Nail last November. Nail stepped down after a professor reported improper grade changes by Nail during the spring of 2015. An investigation revealed Nail's role in the changes which allowed the students to graduate. Earlier this year, Nail filed a formal complaint against the university alleging abuse and manipulation of equal employment opportunity and Title IX regulations. At this time, the complaint is still pending review. Since his resignation as dean, Nail has continued to serve as an associate professor in the Department of Finance at the Rawls College of Business.
In other news, Thanksgiving is almost here, and the Tech Activities Board is hoping to get students into the holiday spirit. Last Thursday, TAB hosted a special activity called Thankful Thursday in the sub next to the information desk. Students who passed by were encouraged to write what they were thankful for on a paper leaf. The leaves were then attached to a bulletin board to create a colorful display. Along with the activity, TAB also had free hot chocolate available to help warm up students and put them in the holiday mood. The Thankful Thursday activity was on display throughout the day in the sub.
Thankful Thursday wasn't the only TAB activity taking advantage of the holiday theme. Another month-long event finished up today, giving students a chance to help local families in need. TAB's Tech Can Share food drive wrapped up today with the final weigh-in at the sub. Starting on Halloween, members of the Tech community were encouraged to bring canned food and dry goods to the bi-weekly weigh-ins, held from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Monday and Friday. At the weigh-ins, students, faculty, and staff could designate their donations to count towards the total weight collected by campus departments and student organizations. The department or organization who donated the most items will be named as the winner of this year's Tech Can Share food drive after the Thanksgiving holiday. Although the Tech Can Share food drive is ended, you can still donate to the citywide You Can Share food drive taking place between now and December 6th. Just look for food donation barrels with the You Can Share food logo on it in buildings around campus. Donations collected from both food drives benefit the South Plains Food Bank.
Thanksgiving break is less than 2 days away. If you're still looking for a ride home, there may still be an option for you. Each year, the Office of Parent and Family Relations partners with BrakeShuttle.com to offer students a low-cost transportation option to get to and from 5 major destinations in Texas. There are options to travel to Austin, Dallas-Fort Worth, El Paso, Houston, and San Antonio, all for under $200 round trip. The Thanksgiving shuttles will leave on Wednesday and return on Sunday. Right now, all shuttles are still available except for the return trip home from Dallas-Fort Worth. And if you want to get a head start, you can also purchase tickets for winter break. The winter break trips include options for all locations except for El Paso. Visit BrakeShuttle.com for tickets and more information. The South Plains saw its first freeze of the fall season this past weekend. At approximately 11 p.m. on Friday night, temperatures fell to 32 degrees here in the city. By Saturday morning, temperatures continue to fall, with an official low of 19 degrees right before sunrise.
That's right, Carly. But the freezing weather didn't last long. Yesterday's high was in the 70s, and it looks like we'll see more of the same today. So will cold temperatures be returning anytime soon? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The MCTV tower cam is showing mostly cloudy skies today, but the clouds haven't kept the temperatures from rising. Today's high should top out in the mid-70s, and overnight temperatures will fall into the upper 40s. Tomorrow, the clouds will begin to move out, and temperatures will stick around in the low 70s. Winds will be gusty with high speeds around 20 to 30 miles per hour. Overnight, skies will clear and temperatures will drop into the upper 30s. We'll continue to see a cooling trend into Wednesday with the temperatures in the mid-60s. Sunny skies will return and winds will be lighter. On Thanksgiving Thursday, we'll see a few more clouds and breezy winds. Temperatures will top out just below 70 degrees, so overall it should be a nice mild day. Overnight, temperatures will drop again with Thursday's lows approaching the freezing mark. On Friday, we'll see sunny skies, light winds, and a high temperature around 60 degrees. Clouds will begin to move back into the area on Friday night and should stick around throughout the day on Saturday. Saturday's high will be in the upper 60s and winds will increase to 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, the Thanksgiving weekend will end with a mild sunny day. Temperatures should get up into the high 60s with light winds. Overnight lows over the weekend should stay in the upper 30s and low 40s with no sign of a freeze this week. Looking ahead, temperatures will begin to fall again with a chance for another freeze midweek. The Red Raider football team headed to Ames, Iowa for what appeared to be an easy win for Tech.
Unfortunately, the Cyclones put up more of a fight than expected, and Tech's hopes of postseason play disappeared in a dramatic fashion. After the Red Raiders kicked a field goal midway through the first quarter, the Cyclones put up 38 unanswered points before halftime. Iowa State followed up a near record-setting first 2 quarters with 21 more points in the second half. Tech only scored 1 more touchdown in the third quarter, making the final score 66-10. The Cyclones' 66 points are the most they've ever scored against a conference opponent, and the 31 points scored in the second quarter are the most scored in any quarter of play in Iowa State history. As for Tech, this weekend's loss puts the team's record at 4-7 overall and 2-6 in conference play, tying the 2014 season for the worst record since 1992. Saturday's loss also marks just the 4th time in 25 years that the Red Raiders have not been bowl eligible, with 2 of those seasons under coach Cliff Kingsbury. Tech finishes up the regular season this Friday against Baylor and Arlington. The Bears have lost their last 4 conference games, but are currently bowl eligible. Without much to play for, Tech can at least end the season on a high note with another win against a conference opponent. Friday's kickoff is set for 5 p.m. in the AT&T Stadium. If you can't make the trip, you can catch the game on ESPN.
Although football season is almost over, Tech's basketball teams are getting their seasons off to a good start. The men's basketball team is 3-0 after a win over Eastern Kentucky on Saturday. The 90-71 victory came in the regional round of the Cancun Challenge tournament, played here on campus at the United Supermarkets Arena. The team's next stop is Cancun, Mexico, where they'll play in the second round of the tournament against the Auburn Tigers. Tip-off is set for tomorrow at 5 p.m., and you can watch it on CBS Sports Network. On the women's side, the Lady Raiders recovered after a tough loss to Texas A&M last week with a win over New Mexico Sunday night. After trailing at the half, the Lady Raiders used a 22-point fourth quarter to bring home the win to 69-58. During the game, Tech also had 71 rebounds, breaking the previous school record of 66 rebounds in 1994. The Lady Raiders hope to continue their winning ways as they head to the Miami Thanksgiving Tournament in Coral Gables, Florida. Tech faces their first opponent, Fordham University, on Friday. Tip-off is set for 1 p.m.
The MCTV events calendar is a little empty this week due to the Thanksgiving holiday, but following the holiday, it's time to gear up for one of the most illuminating events of the year. The 58th annual Carol of Lights will take place on Friday, December 2nd. Starting at 6:30 p.m., the Carillon concert will fill Memorial Circle with the sounds of Christmas music, preceding the main event. At 7 p.m., the ceremony will begin with the Saddle Tramps Torch Processional, followed by the performance of the University Combined Choirs, accompanied by the Tech Trombone Choir. At the conclusion of the ceremony, more than 25,000 colored lights will instantaneously light up 18 buildings surrounding Memorial Circle and the entrance to campus. The Carol of Lights is free and open to the public.
So Carly, do you have any big plans for Thanksgiving?
Not really. I think I'm just going home. What are you doing?
I think I'm going to be doing the same, just enjoy some food and hang out with family this weekend.
That sounds good.
Excellent. Well, that's all for today's edition of this MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. Have a very happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week.